Hey everyone, Dylan here. If you want to know why things sound weird, I don't have my normal mic on, and I'm just using the camera's mic. Check for my first video that I released this week on I believe Tuesday or Wednesday. But anyways, we'll get into today's video. I sometimes like to talk about products that I buy and stuff and use, not because I've been given them or I'm sponsored or any of that crap. My channel is not big enough for any of that. So I just like to talk about stuff that I've personally used and bought that I like that may interest some people, or I just want to talk about it. So, due to everyone getting a stimulus, I actually bought something. I bought a new pillow, and honestly, I didn't think much about pillows. The most expensive pillow I have ever bought was like $20, and it was from Walmart, and it wasn't even that good. So for the most part, the pillow I've been using for a while, I don't know, it might have been like a $10 cheap pillow. It was pretty flat. It was just destroyed at this point. So I figured this would be a really good time to look into getting a new pillow, right? Because I had the stimulus check or whatever. I had the extra money to get something better to help my quality of sleep, which is 1/3 of your life. So I think it was a worthwhile purchase for me to get a new pillow. So what did I do? I bought the most expensive pillow that I could. Not most. There were others that were more. But so today's review of talking about the pillow that I did buy is a Tempur-Pedic pillow. I'm gonna try to get the name right. It was the Tempur-Pedic, Tempur-Pedic Tempur Cloud Breeze dual cooling pillow. That's a mouthful, and hopefully I gotta type all that into the title of this video. I just realized that, that's my problem, not yours. Anyways, so the Tempur-Pedic Tempur Cloud Breeze dual cooling pillow is, of course, a Tempur-Pedic pillow, which I honestly hadn't really even slept on memory foam pillows at all. I might have, and I just don't really remember. But even if I did, it was for very brief, and I didn't really think that most of my mattresses have been that from adulthood and on. But I would because I was figuring it would just sink in and not be very good and just be a crappy memory foam thing. But it was a little bit different than I expected because I'd never tried a Tempur-Pedic anything before. And so basically I expected it to be more firm, and it was still somewhat firm, and it was pretty comfortable. It was interesting having my neck be more supported because I am a side sleeper. Probably 95 to 99% of the time I sleep on my side. And I always had my flat pillow, and so this one had a little more loft to it, which was kind of nice. I still need more loft, to be honest, for being a side sleeper. If it was just up a little bit more, I'd enjoy it even more, but it was still a lot better than what I was working with. It was really comfy, and it was a bit different than what I expected the memory foam to be. I expected it to be hard and just not good at all, but it is Tempur-Pedic, and they've been around for a while. Another thing in the name was a dual cooling pillow, because it's supposed to have okay, focus. Dual cooling gel pads on in the pillow, to where when you lay your head on it, it's supposed to give you a cooling sensation. So now the pillow doesn't come with a pillowcase or anything. There's the pillow, and it's in its normal casing for the pillow, but otherwise it doesn't actually have a pillowcase. And the pillow itself is not washable. You cannot wash this pillow. You have to spot wash it, wipe it off or something. So that is a downside. You can wash the cover of it, but you can't actually wash the pillow. So that's kind of unfortunate. That's kind of a bit of a problem. But back to the cooling thing about it. So as far as the cooling, I'm not that much of a hot sleeper, but you can be, right? You can be hot once in a while. And I thought this would be cool to try out, no pun intended. But the cooling is kind of a gimmick, to be honest. And not that it doesn't work. It does work. It does get cool, but I don't think it lasts long enough. And it really depends on a couple different factors, right? It depends on how hot are you at the moment, right? The more hotter you are, the less effective the cooling is. How hot is the room? If the room is hot, then you can forget about it really working hardly at all. And from what I've known, because I tried out in a couple, because Indiana is really weird, stupid weather, as I've talked about. So we've went from like 40 degree, 50, 60 degree weather to like 80 degree weather. So I've been able to try it on a spectrum of temperatures. On a baseline, if you're like in like 50s and 60s, it can actually be a little chilling, depending, and it actually feels really nice. And on those type of temperatures and stuff, I think is the perfect for it, like 50s, 60-ish. That is the perfect like temperature for when you want to use it. And also, it depends on how hot your face is at the time. But it does give cooling sensations, and it is nice. But it only lasts about like 10 minutes, maybe 15, give or take. So unless you're a really quick person to get to sleep, if you can get to sleep really fast, I can't normally. Unless I'm super exhausted or something, I normally can't get to sleep. I'll like stay up thinking about stuff forever just trying to get to sleep. So if you can't get to sleep in like 10 to 15 minutes, then the cooling does go away. It doesn't stay cooling for a super long time, but when it does work really well. And it does cool your face and it feels nice. But like I said, depending on how hot your face is, the cooling may not be as strong. And also, the temperature will matter and all these types of things. So it's kind of, when I say gimmicky, it works, but but it's not as good as it could be. So I don't know. If you can get to sleep really quick and your room is generally cool, then I think you can actually benefit from this pillow with its cooling then. I think you can enjoy that. But otherwise, if you take forever to sleep, and it may not do what you wish. It may cool your face down still for a little bit. I'm not going to say that it sleeps hot or anything like that, because it really doesn't. Our bedroom doesn't really get air that well, so that's kind of the problem with that. So that's how I can say. I've tested it with 70 and 80 degree weather, and it doesn't really work at all. There was no cooling. When I laid my face down on that pillow when it was like 80 degrees, I didn't feel any cooling from it at all when I was going to bed. So when it's like 80 degrees, the pillow doesn't work at all. And like maybe it works a little bit around 70, and the perfect time is around 60 to 50s. So yeah, that's kind of how it is with the cooling. It's kind of hit or miss. So it really depends. But so those are kind of the features of the pillow and all that. They say it's supposed to last 3 to 5 years. So, I mean, you do get a long-lasting pillow, and I've seen some reviews that say it's lasted 5 years or longer. So, you are getting a long-lasting good pillow. I think it's comfy. One thing, and I've laid on my back on it too, a little bit, just head on the back. That supports just fine as well, so that's fine. One thing you can't do is you can't lean on it. Like, if you want to, like, lay back, like, and like lean on it, lean upwards on it, it will just cave in so fast and will not give you much support to actually lean back on it, as far as that. But it's good for sleeping. It's good for sleeping. I like it. Some other things, it's a 7-pound pillow. It comes in queen and king. If you buy it on their Tempur-Pedic website, you can't return it. They take no returns. But if you buy it on Amazon, Amazon lets you return almost anything. So I'd buy it from Amazon. That's where I did. And so I was like, if it really sucks that bad, I'll return it. So the big bad thing about this pillow, right? I have not talked about the price about this pillow. The Tempur-Pedic Cloud Breeze dual cooling pillow. For a queen, it is $130. And some people might be like, that is insane. Yeah, I went from like the most bought pillow, like a $20 pillow, to $130. Because I was like, okay. And my thoughts were like, this is an expensive pillow, and it's Tempur-Pedic. It has to be good, right? It has to be a good pillow. I can't go wrong, right? It's like I wanted to get a really good pillow that would last me. And so based on everything that's said, it should at least last me 3 to 5 years. And that's pretty good for a $130 pillow. It should last me, because I was like looking at like $50 pillows. And it's like, well, I'd rather just spend more to get like at least 5 years out of a pillow. That would be really nice. And again, I could return it if I really hated it that bad. So there was that. So there really wasn't a big risk for me to at least try it. And I believe the king size is like 150. So there's that. Overall, I would say it's firm. I'd say it's like medium firm, maybe in between soft and firm, like soft and medium firmness, but more probably like a medium firm. I can maybe like it a little bit more firm, maybe for me personally, but otherwise, I think it's a really good pillow. It's a really good pillow, and it's soft and it's nice, and it should last me a while. But I don't think you should buy it for this price. It's a good pillow, but it's not worth $130. That is my personal opinion. I think this is maybe like a $70, $80 pillow maybe, in terms of price, but otherwise, like 70 or 80 bucks is the max I'd spend for this pillow. It is way too expensive for 130. Like, I think the cooling should be better. And I like for 130 bucks, man, that's a lot. That's a lot of money. You could get like a pretty good, you could get an LG G7, I think, for about 130, 140 bucks, which does a lot for you. But I don't know, like, that's just, if anyone else has tried the Tempur-Pedic Tempur Cloud Breeze dual cooling pillow, let me know in the comments below what your thoughts of it were. Like I said, it's a good pillow. The cooling's good when it works. It's a good pillow to sleep on. It doesn't move around when you're trying to sleep on it. It's a good pillow, but it's overpriced. So if you get this, if you can see this pillow for like 70, 80, maybe even $90, I don't know, that's pushing it for me, then I would recommend you buy it if you see it on sale for that much. Then I think it'd be a really good buy. Otherwise, maybe you're okay with paying $130. Let me know if you think $130 was worth the pillow, if you've tried it and all that kind of thing. I don't know. Like I said, once in a while I like to talk about the products I've bought and tried, and just like to talk about them and review them and all the different stuff. But yeah, this has been kind of my overview, talking about the Tempur-Pedic Tempur Cloud Breeze dual cooling memory foam pillow. But yeah, thank you guys for listening, and thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next video.